Hi, everyone. So let's do a collective reading to just try to capture the energy that's around us today. Venus moved into Virgo today, so we'll see if that has any bearing on our day today or the energy that we should be working with or thinking about. So let's see. We'll start with a tea leaf card, and we have grapes. So this says, time to go out and have fun. Oh, I love that. That's a great way to start our daily reading. Perhaps today will be fun or something fun will come about, or maybe it's just time for us to take a break and do something fun instead. So then we have the sun in Virgo with health. And then finally, I'm going to get one of these. And we have possibilities. So this says free-spirited, adventure, and risks. Wow. So this feels a very optimistic reading so far. We have grapes, we have the sun in Virgo, we have possibilities, free spirit, fun, adventure, maybe even a bit risky, but it feels like good health. The sun is shining on this moon, sun in Virgo energy. So let's move on. I have two tarot decks here that I would like to use to get some more messages and information. So let's see. So we have High Priestess, Strength, Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is giving that Virgo energy. And I did say when I sat down that Venus is in Virgo too. So there might be a Virgo component to this somehow or another. So, and then Five of Cups. I don't know if I said that. But then we have Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Knight of Cups, and King of Wands. Wow, a lot of court cards. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. So when I see the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, sometimes it could mean that you're overthinking something. And that may be why we ended up with all this really light-hearted energy in the reading, because you might be overthinking something, and so it might be time to go out and have some fun. There's something here about that. That something about timing is coming through too, that there's never really a right time to do something. So if you want to do something, I think this is just really saying to go ahead and do that. So, but let's get into the tarot and see what else we can get. You are being asked to focus on using your intuition when it comes to some kind of a strife in the environment, something that perhaps you feel left out of, something you've been pushed out of. There is a message there about you. It's meant to teach you something. It's meant to teach you to really follow your intuition. And I think maybe that's why we have this time to go out and have fun. Because if you are overthinking a situation where you feel like you've been left out of something or pushed out of something, if you've been broken up with or let go from a job, whatever that could be for you that represents this Five of Pentacles, it feels like this is a good time for you to just detach from your daily struggles and just relax. There's something here about not really needing to face reality right at the moment. This is a time to just be more free-spirited, have fun, go bask in the sun, and not overthinking. But it does look like that's the challenge. The challenge is you doing that. The challenge is you being able to detach enough, because we have Strength over the Five of Swords, which is really just telling me that it's going to require, because this is in your challenge position, it's going to require a lot of strength, perhaps not letting your ego get in the way. So letting your ego go, detaching from the situation altogether. Because I can see that this, whatever this was, it was a very slowly progressing kind of a thing anyway. So it feels like if you were let go of something, if you were broken up with, make that part make sense for you, that it really was meant to teach you how to detach from the outcome, not to worry about the outcome. and that just have fun and go with the flow and don't worry about. We had kind of a similar message, I believe, yesterday about not letting your ego need to win, that there's people around you who maybe not fighting fairly or cheating even or lying or whatever this is that you've been pushed out of, but you felt like maybe you were making steady progress, but really there was no progress because we have all these fives. And so I feel like there is some message that's still kind of residual from yesterday's message about just not allowing your ego to get in the way, to keep things balanced, advocate for yourself, but you don't have to beat these people. You don't have to win. You can detach, strike out on your own, go your own way, be independent, not overthink it, and have fun. Detach from it. So there is a message here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. You are a very loyal person, especially when it comes to your romantic situations. So this could be a romantic situation, especially because Venus just moved into Virgo, and Venus can very much represent our romantic partners. And this Knight of Cups can very much represent our romantic partners too. So this feels to me like you have a sense of loyalty, and that's a very strong Virgo and Venus type of energy. These two knights are giving me that Venus in Virgo type of energy. So it does really feel like that's how you are. Maybe you do have Virgo in your Venus placement, or Venus in your Virgo, and Virgo in your Venus placement. All these V's. So, but anyway, my point is, it doesn't matter where your placements are. The point is you're very loyal when it comes to love. It seems like you don't fluctuate. You stay really firm in your convictions and who you're with. But I think that's what these cards are saying, that to be careful about who you give all that devotion and all that loyalty to, and just to really detach from the outcome and have fun, because otherwise I see you getting really disappointed with someone who's in your life, someone who's showing up as a King of Wands. It feels like there's this disappointment around you, that maybe too many attachments, or too influenced by what this person thinks, or too attached to the outcome with whoever this King of Wands person represents for you. Because if there was a separation from this person, which it looks like there could have been with the Five of Pentacles, it leaves you feeling uncertain about your future because you're still so dedicated to this person. So I think the very strong general message coming through here is use your High Priestess energy to detach from the outcome. That could be why the King of Swords is here too, because the King of Swords doesn't necessarily get too attached to an emotional outcome. So this could represent the advice even, but this is just saying that if you keep going this way, if you keep staying loyal to people who are not treating you well, we wouldn't see all these fives if this was a good environment for you, to really watch where you put your loyalty. And because it's just, it's resulting in disappointment for you over and over again. So let's get some tarot, some more tarot, to see what else wants to come out. The High Priestess and the Five of Pentacles are with the Chariot. So the Chariot is about direction and willpower, and so is Strength. Strength is about willpower, but I can see that this is your challenge. It's kind of a weak spot for you, or this person is a weak spot for you, where you're not really taking direction towards using your intuition. You're not really taking direction towards overcoming your ego. You just stay loyal, even maybe perhaps when you know with the High Priestess that you shouldn't, and with the Chariot that you should move forward and move on from this, but you still, seems like you're kind of stuck in that energy. And that's exactly what Venus in Virgo does. It's this loyalty to our loves, even if it's not the right thing for us. So Strength and the Five of Swords are with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about solitude, and it's about healing. And that's what we're talking about. It's taking a break from this energy, detaching from this energy so you can heal from all of these fives. The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are with the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is about responsibility, but it's also about abundance. And so I feel like this is you leveling up from this blindly loyal type of energy of the Knight of Pentacles, and really leveling up to this King of Pentacles who understands that they need no one. They don't have to continue to be loyal to situations that aren't giving back, because the King of Pentacles already has everything they need. So they don't need to be blindly loyal to anyone. And the Five of Cups and the King of Wands are with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is really about heartbreak, but it can also be about an upheaval. It can be about breakups. And again, another message to release this King of Wands energy who puts you in a Five of Pentacles, a Five of Swords, a Five of Cups, and a Three of Swords. None of those minor arcana that showed up in this reading are good. They're all pretty tumultuous, and it feels like this person is putting you there, but yet you remain loyal. So there is a strong message to really just detach from the outcome. Don't overthink it, and just maybe go on your own, be alone if you can, and just try to lighten up the situation. Have fun, be free-spirited about it, go on adventures, take new risks, maybe concentrate on your health, focus on yourself. And I think that's going to help you move through some of this really uncomfortable. It's like the universe is kind of squeezing you right now and testing your intuition to see if you're going to get yourself out of this and not just be blindly loyal to this person. So there you go. That is our collective reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.